Let's go to Rory Sloane, Cornsey. 33 games. He's in the Crows leadership group. He debuted in 09 and we love him.
G'day, Rory. How are you?
Good, Cornsey. Rory, how are you guys?
Hello,
Okay,
mate.
now tell us the feeling and the celebration since Saturday night.
Mate, it was awesome. It's a good way to start the year, I suppose. And it was my birthday as well, Saturday, so we had a couple of drinks after the game, kept it pretty low key, and then Sunday arvo, we're all up the Alma, just enjoying each other's company, the staff, the coaches, players, partners. It was a good day, good way to finish off a good weekend.
And you know now you've got to forget about it straight away.
That's right. Got to forget about it now. Now the focus is completely on round one.
Has the coach made that point?
Yeah, he made that pretty clear. He thought it was important though. We had a bit of a celebration and just respected it was a good win. And but now, as you said, it is solely focused on round one and the premiership season. That's going to be the real test for us.
Rory, your contested ball numbers are fantastic. Plus 24, I think, against West Coast is outstanding. So that extra strength work and size and conditioning you're doing is making you not only be able to absorb the hits, but dish them out as well for longer periods of time in the game.
Yeah, definitely. And I reckon it's also the mentality we sort of trained up over the whole pre-season. Blokes have really come in with an aggressive mindset through the whole of training in the pre-season, and I think that definitely contributes to the contested ball numbers.
Well, I'm glad you said that because I think that's much more important than any 1 or 2 kilograms you put on in the gym. And I know Rory's been going on about this, but surely you see so many, well, you're not a big guy, so many guys who are not necessarily massive, whose determination just ensures they get to the contest first or they spoil the contest. So it's surely got to be mental rather than physical. Yeah,
well, I think so, and it's just the bloke's aggressions to win those one-on-ones and just their wants and desire to win a one-on-one contest, and that's what we sort of set ourselves for. There's
been a lot said about how simple the game plan is. Get it forward quickly, try and break out of any press or zone. But will it change a little bit when you start coming up week in, week out against other teams and you've got to be a bit more strategic about your tactics?
Look, I'm not too sure, Cornsey, about how much it will change. I suppose time will tell when we come to different teams. You certainly do approach games differently against different teams, defensively and probably offensively as well. Some teams drop more numbers back than others, and probably have to be a little smarter in the way we transition the ball forward against those teams.
There were periods in the game, some in the third quarter, where West Coast really got on tile and control in ruck and stoppage. And unlike I thought last year, where they got the momentum and you couldn't wrestle it back, a couple of times you were able to do that. Rory, has that been a real focus in pre-season? And I think if you can do that, that's going to be a turnaround as well with the way you go about your footy.
Definitely, Rory. Yeah, we nailed that. We nailed that on the head, mate. Last year, I suppose, like in the Collingwood game, we probably would have just rolled over and copped a spanking by 30, 50, 100 points or whatever the scores might have been. But I think there's a real belief with everyone this year that teams are going to get a little roll on, but just the ability to sort of keep on track, keep to your strengths, and win the next contest. I think that's what blokes will be focusing on, and we won't see these blowouts, hopefully, like last year.
And I tell you, you're getting a lot of good quality footy inside 50. I think you've been averaging 55 inside 50s the last 3 games, which is great footy. But not only that, 10 different goal kickers, Rory, so you're sharing the load. That's exciting footy to play in, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is for sure. And I think still at times we've got to be careful, not just blazing away to Tippo and Tex and those sort of guys, because we do have guys like Jason Porplesia, Ian Callanan, Petrenko, Matty Wright. They're all awesome at awesome one-on-one players, and I think we can utilise those guys a lot more still and still get a lot more goals out of them.
Indeed. Brendan Sanderson's been a breath of fresh air, but I can't help but think when I hear these comments and everyone's waxing lyrical about it all that there's an implied criticism of Neil Craig there. I'm just wondering, given the fact Neil Craig gave you your opportunity, how your thoughts and memories are of his time there.
Look, I hope there's not criticism of him at all, because Craigie was a great coach as well, and I think he was there for a long time, and it might have just been time for him to move on and and a fresh guy to come in like Sando. And look, I love Craigie as well. I got along real well with him. He was obviously my first coach, and
you're his favourite, Rory.
Play football. Well, apparently, yeah. I keep hearing this.
Well, I think you've explained that pretty well. Yeah. There could be 5 changes. There probably will be 5 changes. A bit of tension around the place.
Look, I think everyone's just excited that we're in this position. Last year we were nowhere near this position. We had injuries. We had guys in poor form. So I think there is a few nerves around the place. I know it keeps everyone on edge. Like, I still feel on edge, and a few of the older blokes now are feeling on edge as well. But it's definitely a healthy environment to be in.
Rory, I remember calling your first game back in 2009. I think you had 7 tackles, 7 handballs, about 115 pressure acts. This is your 4th season. Where has that gone, Rory? You're now in the leadership group.
Gosh.
Oh, I know, it's crazy. Never would have thought to be in a leadership group in 4th year of footy, and I know it's good to finally get a few kicks as well, and instead of just handballing the ball and tackling blokes all the time, I'm enjoying the footy now, and I don't know, it's just flown. It's been awesome, though.
But just on that, you are running to get handball receives. You are running to get the ball on the outside of stoppage. When it's your turn, your head's in the hole as good as anyone. You chase, tackle and harass. Has that been something you've really had to work on, Rory? Because it hasn't maybe come naturally?
Yeah, Rory, did a lot of work with Scott Camprioli, and he sort of really put the heat on me because he loved the way I attacked the footy, but he thought there was plenty of improvement. I think there still is, just in getting that outside footy and having a good balance, and trying to find it still, and still games where it's up and down, but hopefully I'm getting a better grasp of it now.
And hopefully you have some luck. What did you have, a jaw last year and a thumb?
Yeah, jaw and a thumb last year, and a few others before that. I think the last 3 years have all been 6-week injuries, so I think might just boycott round 1 this year and just go straight to round 2.
And it'll be a lighter week on the track, I would have thought, this week. Just paint a picture of what's expected of you this week.
We got a session tomorrow, a couple of days off, and a weekend off. We have a good session, good solid hit out on Friday, and hopefully just a bit of time off, freshen the legs up. It was a tough game on the weekend, and a lot of blokes saying it sort of felt like finals footy. It wasn't very pretty footy. It was just pressure and bodies in. So I think rest the legs up and be ready to peak at Saturday next week. We're
interactive. We had a text 1999 1395. A direct question to Rory. Rory, were you really going to dack Bernie after the match?
No, I sort of whispered in his ear, but Bernie just laughed it off. I couldn't do that to him.
Oh, it would have been
not
funny.
Twice in 1 week.
I saw the arm come out, but I saw your little arm pop out there, Rory. I think Sando saw it as well.
Yeah, I had a joke to Sando about it after. He laughed.
Stuff.
Hey, boys know that Bernie's in the Cleo's most wanted list now for eligible men.
Really?
Have you found that out?
I haven't found that out. That's great news. That'll be up tomorrow.
Bachelor of the Year, so I would suggest...
That's a fine.
Who's the fine master down there?
Yeah, well, yet to appoint one, but I might appoint myself and dish out a big fine to start off with.
He's a contestant for Cleo's Bachelor of the Year.
Well, he's a good-looking man, though, isn't he?
Oh, Rory.
Rory.
Oh, I'm comfortable with my sexuality.
Well, good boy. Hey, you guys are going to share 180,000 as the winner's check. I don't know whether that'll go straight into the revenue of the Crows, but I think Bernie should get $2,000 of that back, surely, for his fine, surely.
Oh, I'm not sure. We had a little discussion about that today, joking around, and no, look, it's club's done a great effort with the win there, and I don't know, we'll find a way to spend it, I'm sure.
Do you get any share of it?
Oh, mate, I hope a little brown paper bag rocks up in the front of our locker. That'd be nice.
You cannot have brown paper bags in this day.
I'm joking.
But no. did they actually say that you could share it? Was there an incentive there?
No, not before the game or anything, no.
We've got a photo. We've actually got a photo. You know, there's a photo exists of you reaching out to grab Bernie's shorts and rip them down.
Ray Titus took it. It's on your website, Rory.
Did Ray Titus?
He doesn't miss a thing, does he, Ray?
That's right. He's the Crows' official photographer. Hey, Rory, we love watching you play. 33 games. You're in the leadership group. I remember that first game. I knew we had a little in and under hard nut type of bloke, and you are certainly that, mate. Have a great year and get through round 1, okay? We'll be touching wood and all sorts for you.
Beautiful. Cheers, Rory. Cheers, Quanti.
Well done, Rory.
Well done, Rory.